Wanderers, the public test round for Season 10 is almost here. We're going to cover everything that you're going to need to know in order to hop on and join in on the testing. We're going to cover when it starts, how long it's going to last for, how to download the client, when the season ends, along with a whole lot more. So what is the PTR? PTR is a public test realm. It is going to start on August 19th through the 26th. This is a realm that will be open to anybody that has BattleNet PC only. This does not come to console, and it does not come to Steam, even if you're on PC. The public test realm is going to be a server that you have to download. It is a completely separate client, and it is actually very big because it is basically like re-downloading the entire game. The whole point of this is to take what we are going to be proposed for changes in the upcoming season. Now, this is not Season 10 patch notes that have been released. This is only going to be the notes that are going to be used on the public test realm. There is still a lot to come in Season 10 that we don't know about yet. An example of that is going to be either the storyline or probably a whole lot of quality of life changes that haven't even been shown yet, because we're just talking class balancing and some of the new mechanics that they're going to be putting in the game. So as we get closer to the season, we'll have a revamped Campfire Chat that's going to be coming out probably about 4 to 5 days before the season goes live. And during that live Campfire Chat, that's when we're going to get to know what our seasonal quest is going to be, and then all of the rest of everything that will be making it from the public test realm into the new season. Now, what do I mean by making it from the public test realm into the new season? The public test realm is where we're going to make sure that we submit all of the feedback that we can. So what to expect when you hop onto the public test realm? Expect it to be laggy, expect it to be buggy, because that's what we're there to fix. We're trying to figure out what is going to lag the servers, what's going to be broken, what abilities are going to do infinite damage. So that's the whole purpose of the public test realm. I know everybody wants a lot of quality of life changes. There are people asking about all of these different things that they want to see in the game. The whole point of the public test realm is just to test very specific things. We're going to be testing the new Chaos Armor. We're going to be looking to see how the Infernal Hordes work with the new changes that they're going to be making, and we're going to see how the new seasonal perks are going to play with our characters. That's what we're going to be looking for feedback in the game. All of the rest of it is going to be stuff that you can always submit on the forums. Now, once the public test realm is up, there's going to be this specific forum that's going to have a post on it. This is going to be your public test realm forum, the PTR forum. I'll have the link to this forum in the description of the video. If you do get onto the public test realm, you can submit some feedback right here for what you found, if they work, if they're strong, if they're weak. Make sure you do submit this feedback, even if you're watching a stream. So I'm going to be live streaming my time on the public test realm. If you want to stop by, see what the changes look like, and then you can run here and you can submit your own feedback as well, just based on what you got to see. You can submit feedback like, let's say you wanted to see a specific unique added into the Chaos Powers. Maybe that's something that they can do before the season goes live. They want to know anything about these specific topics. Now, of course, you can submit any feedback that you want on the forums. It's going to be a really great opportunity for everybody to get their voice out. I also have started a thread in my Discord server. This is the Cliptonian Legion Discord server here. Anybody is welcome to join. We have a booming trade community. We have a whole bunch of people every single day that go out there and play together. If you're brand new to the game, or you've been playing for a really, really long time, everyone is incredibly welcoming. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have a lot of fun. We have events going all the time. We had Infernal Hordes and free boss runs this past weekend. So make sure that this is something that you hop into if you really enjoy playing with other people. And if you've never played with anybody, I would highly suggest making the leap. If you don't enjoy it, you just hop right out. But you would be amazed at the amount of people that I convinced to take this leap, and they will never, ever go back. So hop on into the server, submit your feedback right here for the public test realm, and then I will work on compiling all of this at the very end of it, and we'll submit it to Blizzard so we can get all of the information out there about the Chaos Armor, the perks, as well as the new updates to the Infernal Hordes. So how do you download and how do you get onto the public test realm? If you look here, I actually have the public test realm already downloaded. It is a completely separate client from your regular Diablo, which means that I have 2 games the exact same size installed onto my computer. Now, anything that you do on the public test realm, you cannot bring back to the seasonal realm, and your characters and all of the work that you put into that will be deleted right away. So to download it, you're going to come right to your launcher. You're going to open up this tab here, and then you're going to go up to public test realm. This will say install if you do not have the public test realm installed already. Then it'll say update once the server actually goes live to download. You're going to update that, and then once the server is playable, you'll be able to click on play and it will actually load. If I was to click on play now, it would go through the whole animation, it would load the game, but then it would tell me that the servers were not available. So that's something that you want to wait for. to make sure that you're going to get on when the servers are actually live. This is the error code that you get. The game servers are not available. So you'll be able to click on that play, but we can't actually do it until the 19th. There are two big questions right now that everybody's asking. Number one, when does the season end? If you were to open up your reliquary for your battle pass right here, this will tell you that the season ends in 36 days. This is how you can find the unofficial end to the season. Last season, they were right on time. So hopefully this doesn't get pushed back at all. I don't think that we're going to see any delays on the season coming out. So in 36 days, we should be able to get our brand new season started. And the second question is, what is going to be the best build in the game? Well, we don't know. There's no way to tell just yet until we get in there and we actually start testing and seeing what it feels like. There are so many combinations that are going to come out of this new Chaos armor that everything is up in the air. Even after the public test realm, there's still really not the best way to figure out what's going to be strong. Once you can actually get in the final patch notes that are going to come about a week before the season launches, that's when we'll be able to officially determine on paper what's going to be the best. But for an example, in the season that we're currently in, everybody rated the Barbarian at basically the bottom. Now, at the bottom there, that is only based on pit pushing, and that is currently how the tier lists are done. Not my favorite version of how a tier list should be done, but that is how it is rated in Diablo 4. If you can push really high pits, you're going to be whatever rating people give you. B, A, S rank, whatever it is, that's what you're going to get rated based on how you can push. The Barbarian was at the bottom at the beginning of the season. If you look at the unofficial leaderboards, the Barbarians have actually cleared the same pit level as the Druids, and they have one pit tier less than the Sorks. Now, the Spiritborn are on another level this season, but the Barbarian was rated to be way down here. So you cannot go based on what the tier lists say. The tier list did have the Spiritborn at the top for everybody. That was pretty obvious based on what the testing showed, and then how much they didn't really scale back the damage. But my best advice to you is to play the class and the build that you enjoy. Don't do it based on the pit pushing. Play something that's going to be fun. Then you can turn it around and then pull it all back and then try something new. And to the point, the Barbarians, yes, they have cleared really high into the pits. They're at 117. But that build is incredibly difficult to play. It's not a lot of fun. You can only attack once every 12 seconds. But if we were to ignore the tier lists and then just play a lot of the Barbarian builds, they have 8 different builds that will clear pit 100, and they're all very, very fun to play. So don't let the tier list dictate the builds that you want to play and the fun that you're going to have in the season, because there are a lot of incredibly fun builds out there on every single class that may not be at the top of the ladder, but they're definitely at the top of the fun ladder. Over the next couple days, we're going to spend all of our time theory crafting whatever build we want to try out on the public test realm. If you want to stop by the live streams and then throw out some suggestions for what you think are going to be some really cool combinations, I would absolutely love to hear it. We're going to start off with the Barbarian so we can make sure that I get all of the Barbarian testing done. So when the new season launches, I have a really good and solid plan for what we're going to be running with what seems to be a very, very fun Barbarian in Season 10. Some of the build sites out there have already updated. That's what we're going to be using in order to put together our planners. So if you want to have some of the planners already ready for when the public test realm launches on the 19th, definitely stop by. You can get them. I'm going to post them all in Discord in the public test realm channel. This way you can just hop on, start building some characters, and then we can all get some really fun builds tested out. If you want to make your own builds, you can absolutely throw them into the public test realm channel as well. Throw them in there, look for some feedback from everybody that's going to be playing so they can all test out your build, and then we can hone those builds in and get some really awesome community builds up and running. Again, the link for Discord will be in the top of the description of this video. You just click the little icon that looks like Discord. All of the other information that you're going to need about the public test realms will be there as well. So make sure you check that out. Hopefully we'll see you in Discord with some really, really fun builds that we're going to take into this new Chaos Armor mayhem. That's all I got for you today. Make sure you submit your feedback, whether you get to try it out or you just get to go watch somebody playing and then formulate some good feedback for the developers based on that. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you share it with your friends. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm live every night. I'd love it if you stopped by, said hi, theory crafted with me. Catch you on the clip side.